How good is he in like taking into the seat? Like what makes him so good?
Man, his car control's phenomenal. And obviously the junior motorsports cars in general got a lot of speed in it. I could see he had so much lateral grip, and as a driver, when you have that, you have confidence. So that allowed him just to flow so much speed in, and honestly, it was just such the class of the field that you don't actually have to start really taking chances. Now, he did a great job on all those restarts, everything we threw at him. But yeah, I mean, it's just, he's got just phenomenal speed, and he's in a really good car, which also helps. But man, his talent, he's as we've all seen, he's going to be the next superstar.
Did you feel like you could potentially, I don't want to say intimidate him, but force him into a mistake there?
I mean, I just never, honestly, but I didn't think I was ever fast enough. I felt like even if I got around him, I was going to have to hold on for dear life for 2 laps, because he could just roll so much more corner speed than I could in the center of the corners. So it was, to see if he could make a mistake, make a mistake, but he didn't, and he deserved the win for several reasons, because he was the fastest guy here, and then he did the best on the restart. So yeah, I mean, right guys in victory lane.
You've clinched a spot in the playoffs. I know it probably wasn't much of a worry, but just knowing that going next week without a...
Yeah, for sure. And I think, I got to look at it. Hopefully it clinches a car in the playoffs too, because, with a couple of those cars that have won races with multiple drivers in it. But I think that should get our car in the playoffs as well. And yeah, I mean, it's nice to go to Bristol and just kind of go race for the win, see if we can keep, just more than anything, trying to make our stuff better to get ready for the playoffs.
So how chaotic were those last 2 laps? Because it looked like everyone was in a pinball machine.
It's stupid, honestly, but I think if the fans love it, then we got to keep doing it. Sometimes, I don't know what we did. What do you estimate, Bob? We did about $3-4 million in damage there between.
Probably.
Yeah. So, but I didn't think. I mean, it was aggressive, but I don't think it was ever malicious. I think at any point, one of us could have just said, kind of F it, and just turned each other, and we leaned on each other, and it was aggressive, but it was never over the top malicious. So that's kind of what you expect and hope on those, and I felt like between me and SVG, the 81, the 18, I think everybody did a good job to not really just take each other out, which we could have.
Were you surprised you had enough gas to make it to the end?
It was getting close. I ran out right after the checker,
Oh, yeah.
so thank God we didn't have any more restarts.
How do you feel about tomorrow?
Anyway, I'm here with Chandler Smith, who has had an excellent run out here today. First off, just how chaotic was that final restart out there?
Which one? There was a few of them. It was all chaotic. They were all chaotic. I'm just grateful we were able to come out with a somewhat clean race car. Was able to complete the race and get a top 5 out of it. And we've got good momentum from these past few races. I've been racking up the top 10s, top 5s going into Bristol, which is one of my best racetracks. So JGR has been strong there in the past as well. So hopefully the combination glues well.
All right, man. Just how was your Smith contracting car out there today, handling-wise?
Yeah, no, it was pretty good. Stage 1, we fought a little bit of handling issues, just needed to turn a little bit better, and then had that overheating issue and had to come in, and Jeff Mendring made a good change and ended up, pretty much fixing it, but we still needed a little bit more to be probably the best hands down, but got us a lot closer to where we're competitive and made a good strategy to call where, hindsight 2020, if the race goes green to the end, there's a good chance we win it. So proud of everybody at Joe Gibbs Racing.
All right. Well, it's good to hear. And Bristol Friday night, 300 laps around the high-banked concrete oval. What do you think? What do you think's going to be necessary to win that?
Honestly, it's going to be a race of attrition. Bristol is a place where things can happen really fast, and staying out of trouble and trying to stay up front, navigate lap traffic accordingly will be pretty key.
You mentioned that you had this going green. There was a good sporting chance you would have won this thing because of the leaders running out. But having the GWCs, did that help your finishing position in any way out there, or do you feel like you were hurt by it?
No, I mean, if you go back and look at lap times, we were the fastest car pretty much consistently every lap because the leaders started saving pretty hard, and we already drove all the way up to 7th before that caution came out. So we finished 5th. The furthest up we got was 4th or 3rd with the green and white checkered. So I think regardless, I think we would have got to 3rd, probably 2nd. It just all depends on what the leader did once we started getting closer.
All right.
This is Custom Patch Hats. But what makes us custom? Well, that actually begins with you. We're just bringing your unique vision to life. No knockoffs, no lookalikes. Your design is one of a kind. We know hats, we know design, and we know quality. The proof? It's in our production. Hand-stitched with precision and care, with brands you know and trust. A one-of-a-kind patch deserves a one-of-a-kind treatment, all the way to your doorstep. It's how we keep it custom.
Steven Stump of Frontstretch.com here. Come back for more great racing videos, and if you like us, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.